Finn Russell has spent enough time in French rugby to understand why many of the top 14's best sides are struggling in European competitions this season, but his attention is firmly on the task at hand: what Bath Rugby are building at the Rec. With the club's backline now stocked with playmakers and a forward pack capable of imposing its will, Russell sees a team gradually finding the right balance between dominance in the tight exchanges and the expansive game that made them champions last season. The introduction of Santi Carreras into the squad has provided a fresh dynamic in the dual playmaker system. Carreras' presence at full back alongside Russell at fly-half gives Bath multiple attacking options. Adding Cameron Redpath and Max Ojomoh at the centers, both powerful ball carriers who can also distribute, and the team has a wealth of playmaking talent across the backline. With Tom de Glanville covering the back three alongside Carreras and Henry Arundell offering a lethal mix of footwork and passing, Bath's attacking arsenal is broader than it has been in recent memory. Russell praised the cohesion among the backline players, noting how well they are linking in both training and matches. "It's really good," Russell explained. "I think Santi's been a great addition in terms of the way we're trying to play, the style we want. With Santi at fullback and me at 10, alongside strong ball-carrying centers like Cameron and Max, we've got a lot of playmakers in the backline. Tom and Henry also bring incredible skill sets, so the link-up has been brilliant." Having spent several seasons in France with Racing 92, Russell has also been able to analyze why top 14 teams are underperforming in Europe this year. Contrary to the usual narrative, he attributes much of their struggles not to physicality or tactical shortcomings, but to a pronounced home and away performance gap. "One of the big traits this season is that French teams win at home but struggle on the road," Russell said. "In Europe, we've seen it with both Castres and Toulon, strong at home but losing when away. The home advantage is so pronounced that it changes the dynamics of European matches." Russell's insight points to a league that, while competitive, faces unique logistical and psychological challenges when translating domestic dominance onto a continental stage. The pattern he highlighted, teams thriving at home while faltering away, is something that Bath have been able to exploit when playing top 14 opposition in European competitions. For him, understanding these nuances is key to navigating both domestic and European campaigns successfully. Turning to Bath's own attacking evolution, Russell gave credit to Martin Gleeson's influence since taking over as attack coach. Critics have suggested that Bath have leaned heavily on forward-led plays and short carries, potentially at the expense of expansive rugby. Russell, however, emphasized the pragmatism behind this approach, noting that weather conditions and tactical decisions often dictate whether the game leans towards tight forward dominance or wider backline play. "In some matches, the weather forced us to play tighter," he said. "Against Munster, it rained heavily, so we couldn't really unleash the backs as much. But since the November test window, we've tried to expand our game again, finding more width and playing with multiple phases." The strategic flexibility within Bath's approach has been a hallmark of their success. Forward strength provides a reliable platform in tight situations, yet the team remains capable of spreading the ball wide when the opportunity arises. Russell highlighted recent matches as examples where both approaches have been employed effectively. "Sometimes the game naturally goes into pick-and-go phases because of our back row and front row strength," he said. "But our kicking game, particularly with aerial threats from Joe Kokonasiga, Wilmure, and Henry Arundell, adds another dimension. Knowing when to use the forwards and when to unleash the backs has been key." This balance between brute force and creative flair has been pivotal in Bath's performances in both domestic and European competitions. Against Exeter, the team executed a 40-phase build-up around 30 meters from the try line, ultimately breaking through and scoring. These long sequences underscore the value of forward power, but Russell stressed that the backline's contribution is equally crucial for the team to remain competitive in Europe. It is this versatility, being able to win tight exchanges and also exploit open space, that sets Bath apart from teams reliant on a single style. That Russell's commitment to Bath extends beyond tactics. Having signed a contract extension before last season's Premiership final victory, he is clear about why he remains at the club. "I've loved my time here," he said. It's a brilliant club with great players, coaches, and staff. We're building something after last year's success, and we want to maintain that momentum. Staying here was an easy decision for me, and my family is happy with it too. His milestone of surpassing 500 points for Bath, achieved during a Champions Cup match against Castres, further cements his status as a central figure in the club's ongoing project. That Russell's approach is defined by a rare combination of pragmatism and vision. He recognizes when to rely on the forwards and when to unleash the creative potential of the backline, understanding that European rugby often requires adaptability and strategic nuance. This duality, honoring the physicality of the pack while embracing expansive, multi-phase play, explains why Bath are in a position to build on last season's achievements. The players' observations also highlight Bath's recruitment strategy. Adding Carreras, maintaining core players like Spencer, Redpath, and Ojomoh, and integrating young talents has allowed the club to construct a squad capable of both physical dominance and creative flair. Keeping the core together and signing a few additions around us has been important, Russell said. It's about continuity, building chemistry, and understanding what works for the team. Looking ahead, Bath's challenge is to maintain this balance across domestic and European campaigns. The Premiership presents a grueling schedule, while the Champions Cup exposes teams to the tactical sophistication and intensity of continental opposition. Russell's experience in France and insight into European rugby dynamics gives him a unique perspective on how to guide Bath through both arenas. He remains confident that the current squad, with its mix of established stars and emerging talent, is well equipped to compete on all fronts. For Russell, the integration of Carreras and the evolution of the backline system symbolize more than just tactical improvements. They represent a club-wide ambition to blend power, skill, and creativity. It is this philosophy that allows Bath to leverage their forward strength while simultaneously unlocking opportunities in open play. By marrying these elements, the team has created a flexible approach capable of adapting to various opponents and conditions. In conclusion, Finn Russell's reflections offer a window into a club in transition, yet firmly rooted in a winning culture. Bath are leveraging forward dominance, backline creativity, and tactical awareness to create a team that can thrive in multiple dimensions of the modern game. Russell's dual perspective as a pragmatist and a playmaker exemplifies the balance Bath seek to achieve, knowing when to grind it out and when to let skill and flair dictate the game. With a strong squad, thoughtful coaching, and players like Russell and Carreras leading the way, Bath are not only defending their domestic crown, but also building a foundation for deeper European success.